I'm Lil Pump. You know me, big 30s on my head, I'm pulling over Uzi.
Before Lil Pump would blow up on SoundCloud and release his debut self-titled mixtape with songs like Boss, Flex Like Ooh, DeRose, Molly, and of course Gucci Gang.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Before picking a fight with J. Cole, getting a co-sign from Lil Uzi Vert, and collaborating with the likes of Lil Yachty, Chief Keef, 2 Chainz, Gucci Mane, Rick Ross, and of course Smoke Perp.
Obviously, you know, Lil Pump, that's my brother, like, that's my brother.
Before Lil Pump was dubbed the Trapper of the Century at the age of just 16.
Smoke Perp, aka Lil Water, you know how the we coming. Shout out Cole Bennett.
Before he built up a following of over 4 million on Instagram, where he shares glimpses of his Xanax-fueled lifestyle, posing with money, guns, and a whole lot of cough syrup. Lil Pump grew up in South Florida, a serious troublemaker who sold and used drugs and got kicked out of virtually every school he ever attended. He got kicked out of one middle school for beating up a girl, and kicked out of an Opportunity High School for apparently starting a riot.
He started a riot. They closed the whole school down. There was helicopters in the school and was getting stabbed and
They had K9s and
While Lil Pump loved listening to rappers like Chief Keef and Lil B, he never really planned on becoming an MC himself until 2016, when it was already beginning to happen for him. Basically, the rap career, it fell into his lap, and it probably never would have happened if it wasn't for his close relationship with an older boy he met when he was just 13 years old. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Lil Pump prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, I gotta give a big shout out to SeatGeek because they sponsored this video, and I've covered a ton of rappers in the past. You can see my hip hop bios by checking out the rappers and hip hop playlist. I've also done a bio on Smoke Perp, so you'll probably want to check that one out as well. But in the meantime, let me know who you want me to document next in the comments down below, and you can always hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at McCruddenM. Lil Pump was born Gazzy Garcia on August 17, 2000.
Yeah, I don't like telling people my age. You feel me? But just know,
Just say it, bro.
just know that I'm a your no matter how old I am.
Gazzy was born in Miami, Florida, and grew up in Miami Gardens. Now, not a whole lot is known about his early childhood, but I did find out when he used his first cuss word.
So when I was like 8 years old, my mama was like, boy, go do your homework. I was like, I is do my work.
Also on Instagram, he shared this picture of his elementary school. Okay, that's probably not his actual school, and it's hard to trust the lyrics of his song Elementary, in which he describes his formative years like this: I've been selling bricks since elementary, I've been hitting licks since elementary. But we do know that Lil Pump had been listening to rap songs before he got into freestyling, and looked up to artists like Chief Keef, Lil B, and Fredo Santana. Now, we have done it Before They're Famous on Chief Keef, it needs an update, and we haven't done Lil B or Fredo Santana, so maybe I'll get to work on those. In fact, Lil Pump got into some serious trouble back in middle school, and it all started because of a Chief Keef song. Pump was listening to the track Don't Lie, and a girl decided to give him a hard time for it. She put gum in his hair, and his response was, well, I'll let him tell it.
I got up and I beamed the out of that bro.
Now, in that interview, Lil Pump continued that this isn't something he would usually do, so let's move on. When he was 13 years old, Lil Pump's cousin, Lil Ominous, introduced him to Smoke Perp. While the two eventually became co-collaborators on a ton of music, they originally bonded playing ball and doing dumb shit like breaking windows and causing trouble.
and this was smoking like a grown ass man, but this like he was
I was like 12, bro.
he was like 13, but he was smoking like a grown ass man, and I was like, what the
His bad boy ways got him kicked out of all the public schools in his district. He was then enrolled in an Opportunity High School but got kicked out in the 10th grade.
I didn't even get to enjoy high school. 9th grade, I went to Opportunity School. I got kicked out 10th grade. Just like fighting, dumb shit.
Now, if you don't know what an Opportunity School is, it's halfway between a high school and a prison, complete with security guards, pat-downs, and metal detectors. Regardless of all that, Lil Pump still managed to start a riot, which included helicopters and canines.
I'm on that gang.
Don't say
It's
that.
all that here, man. You feel the gang going on, all the
Smoke Perp is 3 years older than Lil Pump and would eventually get him into rapping, but originally neither of them wanted to be rappers. Lil Pump had no plans on being part of the music industry at all, and Smoke Perp set his sights on working behind the scenes as a producer. He taught himself how to use FL Studios by watching YouTube tutorials and had trouble finding rappers willing to use his beats. So he started rhyming over his own beats as a means to move his music, and eventually he encouraged Lil Pump to do the same. Lil Pump would freestyle from time to time but was hesitant to actually record. As I said, he really didn't plan on becoming a rapper, but eventually Perp convinced him to give it a shot.
And then he was like, nah bro, you better record right now. And then he just dropped the beat and I just freestyled that and I released it.
The track Pump was uploaded to SoundCloud, but the boys still weren't taking it all that seriously. They had other ways of making money, like Lil Pump's gig dealing Xanax. But then they looked online and their numbers were starting to climb. He would later tell XXL, "After I released it, it had like 10,000 views. I couldn't believe it. That shit is nothing now." Then it started to go up and now it's at 6 million. Just seeing everybody with me, I was like, why not? More tracks would follow, including 30s, Elementary, Ignorant, Gang, and Drumsticks. Now I can't be totally sure in what order these tracks came out because SoundCloud has been removing a whole lot of his songs. Lil Pump has received over 5 million streams on his track Movin' before it disappeared. Broke My Wrist was also taken down. Regardless, after producing a couple tracks, Lil Pump had a growing fan base of listeners, so he would pump out more songs and got to work on his first music video. His popularity on SoundCloud earned him recognition in the underground rap scene in South Florida, and he co-headlined the No Jumper Tour in 2016. He's done a ton of shows since and has a few coming up, so if you're planning on catching him live, let me tell you about the best way to get tickets at the best price. It's called SeatGeek. Boom! This is the world's largest event ticket search engine. What they do is search all the ticket prices available on the web to find the absolute best seat at the best price. SeatGeek puts out a 1 to 100 score to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one. Green means good, red means bad. Now because you guys have all been amazing subscribers, I actually got you 20 bucks back when you use the promo code FAMOUS. So go in there, sign up now, grab some tickets, and save yourself 20 bucks. And you can use SeatGeek to find tickets for virtually any concert or sporting event, so definitely check it out. A link is down below. Now let's get back to Lil Pump. With his newfound fame, Lil Pump decided to change things up, dyeing his hair blonde and pink. Which makes me question why he got so mad at the girl who put gum in his hair. I mean, later he'd be sporting that look. Anyway, meanwhile his social media began to take off. He would entertain his fans with some pretty outlandish posts, which resulted in his Twitter account being suspended twice. Other bad news would come when some dude got a hold of his backpack.
I got his passport. But shut it, yeah. That's like Pump. Ain't this you, Pump?
And that's how we know his name. But by now, Lil Pump had too much going on to care about a few haters. He was touring the country performing on stage, he got some love from XXL, making his pledge for the 2017 freshman class. He didn't make the list, but is considered a serious contender for 2018. Lil Pump released the single DeRose and Boss in early 2017, which were major hits, racking up a collective 85 million streams. The music video for DeRose was produced by Chicago-based Cole Bennett, who has also worked with the likes of Famous Dex, Lil Xan, Ski Mask the Slump God, and Trippie Redd. But his most popular video on YouTube is Lil Pump's DeRose, which was released on January 30th, 2017, and at the time of this recording, has over 74 million views. 2 months prior to his 17th birthday, Lil Pump signed a record deal with The Lights Global and Warner Brothers Records. He announced that his debut album would be released in August, but while that didn't end up happening, he did drop the song Gucci Gang that month. This would be Lil Pump's first song to break into the Billboard charts. The song would peak at number 5 on both the US rap charts and the US R&B and hip hop chart, and number 14 on the Hot 100. The song would be included on his debut project along with some of his other biggest hits to date, including Boss, Flex Like Ooh, DeRose, and Molly. The self-titled mixtape was released as a digital download on October 13, 2017 with Warner Brothers and Lights Global, and would include some pretty impressive features. We're talking Gucci Mane, Lil Yachty, Chief Keef, Rick Ross, and 2 Chainz. Smokepurpp would of course also feature on the project. The Lil Pump mixtape hit number 2 on US rap charts, 2 on R&B and hip hop chart, and number 3 on Billboard Hot 200. Lil Pump then appeared at the Rolling Loud Festival in Mountain View, California in October of 2017 and will appear on their lineup again for the December installment of the festival held in San Bernardino. Now Lil Pump has money coming in, and from what I've seen online, no shortage of chicks. He plans to becoming the biggest rapper out there, and because he doesn't sound like anyone else, he's confident he can take over the game. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael McCrudden. We make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel, and we try and filter through as many of your requests as we can. The best way to get a hold of me is via Instagram or Twitter, so be sure to do that. I'll see you guys in another video.